The hearth is lit and it's time to forge you another stream, and today we continue with Oxygen Not Included. But first, hi Loggish, how are you doing in there in chat? We are continuing our Oxygen Not Included adventure, and we are going to actually mix things up next week, because I'm realizing this is going to be our second full week of Oxygen Not Included. It'd be nice to kind of break that up. So what I think we're going to do is I'm going to look through my Steam library again, and we'll probably try and balance this out with something else we can find. I'm kind of feeling like a Torchlight 2 right now. But how you doing, Logish? How are you doing today? Thank you for dropping by the way. I hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday, and nice to see you in chat as well. Alright, so we actually have an extra 30 minutes today too. Usually we only have about the 1 hour slot to do this, so we'll get a little extra progress in here. But because it's still limited time, we're going to kick into it a little quicker. I'm doing well. How's this game? I thought about picking it up one time. It is great if you like that kind of sandbox survival colony-esque game. It gets kind of complicated as long as you're up to a challenge, but the automation reward you kind of get from it and this feeling of being God, helping these little guys survive is beautiful. So if you've actually never seen this game, this will be a nice little introduction to you, because I'm not like a high-level guy who goes like super end game on this, but we have some fun, we make some mistakes, we learn from it, and we keep going. So I have to remember where we're at that state as well. We're starting to get a little low on the fresh water. Oh, excuse me. And we have that going. Right, because we just hooked up our deoxidizers. Or carbon skimmers, I mean. I would give you a Humble link for this game now I think about it, but this is not on Humble Bundle, so unfortunately all of Clay's games are not on Humble. So you'll just have to check it out in the Steam library now I think about it. Ah, that's one thing too. Last pipe has not been built, but that's okay because we completely forgot about powering these things down here. Ironically next to our work in progress power grid. So, as per today's title, power me up, baby. We got to get this power grid done, going, and I think we actually even got a little bit of research done that will help us do that. So we did get the rock granulator here, which I think as a byproduct inefficiently produces refined metals from raw metal ore. So we'll see if we can build ourselves one of those to get these power stations and to make them a fully functioning what the heck are they calling it this time? They're calling it a power plant room, and get that extra efficiency boost. We're gonna have to work on that and get the resources to build that. So I have to remember where that is, unfortunately. Here we go. Rock granulator inefficiently produces refined metals from raw ore. Also produces sand from refined minerals. This thing, oh my god, this is huge. Something tells me it needs power too. Alright. Thanks for stopping by and raiding me the other day. I appreciate it. No problem. Did I actually get to stop in chat? I don't think I did. I usually try and... Oh wait, no, yes, I did. I completely forgot. Yes, we did end up raiding you. Sorry, my memory's not so great all the time. If I'm never able to raid someone, I like to throw a host, so I'm glad I actually got to stop in and see you then. Can you remind me what you were playing that day, by the way? Because my memory is so spotty, I need some help from others sometimes. Oh god, there's literally no place to put this thing. Problems! Where am I going to put you? I do have a little space up here. I really would hate to make it a permanent location up here though, because that's where farmland should be going. It was more of a test game stream, all my stuff fine-tuned, so I was playing Dead Cells. Oh right, you were doing Dead Cells, I remember. I got to stop in for like, send the raid over your way, 5 minutes, had to go get the girlfriend some food. Right. I do remember that. Alright, I already know what we're going to do here. We're going to cancel this work in progress painting and just throw the rock granulator over here because we need something going here. How is Dead Cells, by the way? I've seen a couple people play it. I've never actually picked up a copy. It's one of those like viewers can kind of work with you or against you games, right? Oh, literally, I just had it. Where to go? Refinement. Kiln. Produces ceramics. Rock granulator. Right there. Do you need power? Of course you need power. And I have no idea how much you need either. So on the refinement side, it should tell me how much it needs. It needs 240 watts. Can we get that much power from this line without overloading it? Yeah, we can, because these are all separate, so that should be good to go. It has that functionality, but I was just messing around with it that night. I really enjoy it, but I don't usually get many views with it. Is it like too saturated, you think? Or is it just because it's not as popular? I'm not sure. I don't really follow it that much, so I don't know too much about the game. I'd be glad to have you inform me, though. So, we'll wire it off this way. I don't know if you need anything else. Refinement. It refines pretty much everything, dang. Just needs power. Oh, excuse me. Jeez, I'm very burpy today, I guess. I'm gonna have to stop by and watch you play that more next time you stream it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have our choice of anything we want to. But refined metal. How do I get refined metal? Wait, hold on. Into lime. Into sand, into sand, into... Wait. Crushes copper ore, produces pure copper. So that must be it. How much copper ore do I have? Tons. So we'll queue up a couple of these. Watch that go. Call it a 6 to see that actually people will work on it. And go, my minions! I also think I realized something with this little thing here, that I don't actually need to pump the liquid all the way down. I think we actually unlocked something for transporting it in cans. But I might not have already unlocked that. No, that's in the liquid reservoir area, and I haven't done that yet. Okay, so maybe if I can help it. I think it's... Oh, where's the overlay? Dang, must be... There! Ah, shoot. I built most of it anyway. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Because I don't have it researched anyway. And that can go... direction the other way. And that's already built. Okay, so we really need to get some of this power jamming soon. When it comes to the power, we also don't have our small generators yet either. I don't think... Yeah, I was leaving more room than that. That's not right. How big is this thing? Oh god, is this bigger than I thought? Hold on. Oh no, I can put 2x2. Okay, because when we get the bigger ones, they're 3x3, I think. They're a little taller and a little wider, so I gotta think about expansion with that. Food is going very well. There's a decent following on Twitch for Dead Cells, but it's one of those that top few streamers have the vast majority of the views. Okay, so it sounds kind of like oversaturated then. I gotcha. I think I gotcha. Alright, well, since you're here, let's see if we can get you in game, actually, because we do have the playing with viewers tag in here. So, okay, you're not going to be around because you got a loud sleeper. Gastrophobia, can't cook. Oh, we finally have a cook. I hope you like cooking, because I'm going to make you the cook here. Logosh. I'm pretty sure I said your name 3 different ways so far, by the way. Checking the negatives. He's strong. He will not fight, but he has good strength. You're a strong pacifist, so nobody wants to mess with you, but you will not hurt a butterfly, even. Don't mind the cooking, hate the cleaning. Alright. We got plenty of... God, what the hell are they called? They're, groundskeepers. We got plenty of those already. So we'll let you get adjusted in your new life while you break in D-block for us as well. Actually, that reminds me, we're going to need to put you on a D-block schedule. We don't have one. So, D-block. Shifting things over again. We will put that 1, 2, 3. Bedtime at 1, 2, 3. Bath time here, and the rest you are working, so you're going to pave the way for everybody, setting a great example. And put, where are you? Oh, I know I just saw you too. There you are. Whoa! Pave the way, my friend. Pave the way. And you get your own little private dining section right now. We'll get you some friends, don't worry. Though it's going to be another 2.5 cycles, so we'll see how long that takes. Alright, that's getting built. We have produced a couple refined metals, not many. I don't actually know what it takes to... Oh my god, we can actually start doing automation now because of that too. Signal switch, can be made active or standby by an automation grid. Automation wire. Runs automation wire over another without joining them. I have never played with automation at all. So we have an output, an input, and a refresh port. So pretty much we can automate any of these, but power is so-so. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they're very useful. Must be toggled by a duplicate. So it doesn't seem very useful until we get a lot of these sensors going in here. We could start automating things between gas pressure, water, timing, germs, gaseous element when a certain element's there, and a weighted place when there's a duplicate right there. So automation's not worth getting into at that part. With the stations, I need a lot more of that. Speaking of cooking, I need to cook some dinner, so I'll be switching to the tablet and going to the kitchen. Alright, sounds good with me. We're often juggling cooking with this stream as well, so I feel you right there. Do what you need to do, sir. So this is... how much copper is the question? Alright, so that'll be a temporary station for the time being. Hopefully we find a more permanent place for that thing, but... I'm not going to be fussed right now with that. What research are we doing? We're doing air systems still. You're going to need to start getting rid of some of this natural gas soon. Alright. If we could... oh wait, I think we might have enough now. Let's see. Station... no. We have some. So where do you keep... okay, here's the refined metals. We only have 100 kilograms, so that means whenever we do that, we only make about 50 kilograms each time we make that. So we need at least 4 every time we want one of these power stations. We've done 2 already. There's 1 in progress, and there's 2 more, so I'm going to need another one. I do not want that continuous, because we'll burn through all of our metal, and that would not be good. Then we can't build anything. In the meantime, thinking of the logistics of things, we need more batteries here, which are ready there. There. Oh, am I out of metal now? Dang it. That's exactly what I was talking about. Ugh. Yeah, it eats up half our metal too, so we don't want to use that more than necessary. But now we're going to have to go digging, unfortunately, for some metal. Oh, where is some metal? It needs to be copper as well. A little up here. Well, I mean, they're getting some right here. So we should be okay for a bit. And there's our first power station. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, it's huge. That's an issue. That is a big issue. It is absolutely huge. And I cannot fit that anywhere. Nah, pause for a second, will you? We seem to have an issue. Wow. Okay, let me think here. Given the size of it, I could try and limit how many of these I need. by knocking down a generator on each side and just leaving it like that. Because I can't go up into this like that, I think. It'll just not look right. So I can go like that, and then I can go down here and kind of wall that off. Let's try that out, actually. I'm going to cancel that and that. It'll actually get us back some metal, too. We will deconstruct some of this. Let's see how much we need to deconstruct. Cancel that and that as well. Stations. So we're going to need... I don't think I can overlap like that. We're going to at least take out those 4 right here. But unfortunately the wash station's in a bad spot then if we do that. Predicaments. So let's throw a wrench in if it works here. Okay, so we will get rid of those 4. Priority of 7 because it's a small grouping, just to test out that power station. I'm gonna need to deconstruct this as well, the priority of 7. Get that going. You're gonna need to produce some more anyway. Have you played RimWorld? No, but you were the second person in a row actually to mention that game. I've seen a couple people play it, and it sounds pretty similar to this one actually. Like the colony survival, trying to get all that jazz done, and nobody can reach that, can they? Alright, well we're gonna end up building up a little more too. So we'll priority 7 this. It's gonna be an ugly, ugly, ugly room, unfortunately. We might have to just repurpose it a little bit, but we're doing this for testing's sake. So, on the stations, how can I fit you in? I can fit you like this to save a little bit of power, actually. So what I'm probably gonna do is put that in. Priority 7 this. It seems like I only need... Can I build this tile here? I can. So we'll go like that. We'll put a little structure to it too, so it's not so obnoxiously... If you like this, you might enjoy that. I play it from time to time. I really must have to... I have to pick that up soon because, like I said, you're the second person to mention that one in the last 2 days. So we'll give that a shot. You know, this also means we can put that wash station back there. If I can just remember where the heck it is. Medicine, right? Yeah, wash basin. We'll put one there. Put that back up, guys. Research is a go for... Where should we head next? Where do we go from here? We haven't done anything with ranching. I don't know anything about ranching. These might be better because we're building the power grid. Smart batteries are supposed to be better than a lot of these batteries I'm using right now, so if we can, excuse me, make those and replace these big batteries with that, that might help us in the future. But I will be using like all of our metal, unfortunately. We're gonna have to go find some more. There's no two ways around that, unfortunately. So, you need electrical engineer and filter not designated. I think all you needed was that in this room too to be considered a power. It's amazing how that doesn't seem to do much. I'm gonna redesign this really quick because I decided to you know what may even be better than that? Oh, I hate doing that actually. I'm gonna have to do it though. I just built this and I'm gonna deconstruct it. Just to try and get rid of this little bump that's here. I'm going back and forth, unfortunately. Keep you on a 2-speed. We're gonna change this around so that all the generators are on this level. Just for consistency's sake. And we're gonna say we need to get rid of something like... Well, let's place our generators down first so we actually know where they go. So we'll say one there, one there. We'll put them one in from each, and I think that's enough room for what I'm trying to put in here. And then maybe a little bit of runoff and some room for the power to go up on the sides. Okay, so that would be a little bit better. And we found out we only need to take out those at a priority of 7. And literally undoing everything I just did, but do those, we can let that run. We can put a priority of 6 on this whole level just to get it done, because I'm pretty sure that's where I want it now. Cancel those, put the tile in here just to finish that room off. Put like this. I might have to end up taking out those corner blocks. Oh! Stinky stuck. Priority 7, sir. If you can build that, you will be good. Alright, you're safe. Almost lost Stinky already. And trying to get... Oh man, you kidding me? Did I lose the refined metals because of that? I see it right there, too. There we go. Somebody picked them up. Right? Meow. And this will be a whole power room, and it'll benefit all those generators without having to build a second one, which will be good. Because it does not really affect anything except the production of these. Now, when it comes to placing these, I can put down one here with expansion in this direction. One here, I can also expand in that direction. But it might even just be better to... Yeah, because these can expand out in 2 different ways. This is going to have to come down a little bit more in the future. But there's slime here that I don't want to deal with. So that's not a problem right now. Good, we can get the logistics in place now. That should have already been connected, but I guess... Wait, hold on, what? That was already built there, so what are you guys doing? So that'll work okay. We'll put a secondary ladder here too, because I forgot about that. And now we can think about things like... Oh, let's see, how do I want this to go? Heavy watt wire cannot go down, but I don't think it matters too much if it's... I think it's only production does not matter, it's only consumption that's going to put a strain on the wire. So that said, we can, I think, just go with normal wire and it shouldn't be an issue. I don't know why I used heavy watt down here, to be honest. I just want to cancel the power wires only if I can help it. And deconstruct that one. Cancel those, because we didn't build those. Yeah, because I think it's only the production that matters. And we can run these ones together, technically. Or we can run them separate, like this. Like that. Put another battery right... Meow. Oh, please, come here. And then we can run it like this. It is a little off, so it could even have to go this way, but... Oh, that's what I can do. I can cancel that, make sure it's still being dug. Lop it like this to go up, just to make it consistent in what direction it's going. And we could feed it into any of those. Okay, now the question is production. How do I want to run you? If I run the production down without digging too much into the current walls, I could just run you down. I could run you down with a wire bridge over you. Like that. So you don't connect. And that'll go good. We'll do something to mirror that side is what I would have said. going to be a little off. It's going to be really off, actually. So we can wire bridge no matter what. And we'll have you come down. That one there. I should really have these guys be running no matter what I'm doing. So we're actually getting some progress in while I'm planning. And that's good. Now when it goes to there, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have to replace these with heavy watt wire anytime soon. But we can run this like... which side's the input on these? I think the small side is the output. So we can run this one across. Up like that. Run that one like this. And we can even set switches there if we needed to. Like this and this. And that shouldn't be an issue. Well, that one's floating in space. Cancel, please. They're all building it too. No! Don't do this yet. Please, no! Okay, good. Throw that in there. Put one. Oh, same problem here. Freaking God. Yeah, I'm probably gonna reroute these. Come on, cancel. Please. Thank you. Change my mind again. Run that up like so. And then this way they're all coming up the same way. I think that matters a little more to me. Give ourselves plenty of room. That's a nice looking power grid. Good, good, good. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. And we can start, once this gets built up, we can start planning out where we want to send this power to. Because we have 4 outputs now. Each of these are going to have a max wattage of about 1,000, because I'm only planning on using the normal wattage wire. Excuse me, just so I don't overload a circuit right now. And some of these might just be general purpose. One of these I know is definitely going up to the kitchen. And it might go to some lighting later on too. But this will be good if we can finally get off manual power. We'll stop using as much calories up. And we can focus on bigger projects. And I don't have to run all these at the same time either, which is good. I just run some of them. And put you back down to a 5. Good, and we did all off one of those. Awesome. So, where's our next project then? Nobody can dig into that. We do need some metal. When it comes to organic, we are kind of running low on algae. So I'm actually going to priority 6 digging out most of this. Because this is a big algae deposit right here that we could really use. Priority 6 on all of this over the power grid, so our diggers are going to work on that. I'm not going to bother building in that little corner either, because we don't have a miner that can actually dig through this 2-diamond material here, unfortunately. These little markers in the corner. We do have some that can actually do this one, but not the other one, so this will be no problem for them. But we will need to start branching out and actually getting some materials. Like copper. Oh, I actually see a cold biome up here too, which is nice. So we know where to get some of that. That's good. We can deconstruct those soon. Soon we're going to take care of this carbon dioxide issue, which is building. We can't get water for food. Issues. I might just... You know what? I mean... How built is that almost? Oh, where's the overlay? Nearly built. So we're going to priority 7 everything up here for Oh, unfortunately things are gonna get flooded, aren't they? Things will get flooded if I run the pipes like that. So we're gonna actually have to cancel how that runs like this and run it a slightly different way. I'm glad I caught that actually. We can run it up, across, and down like this. It's kind of ugly, but I don't want to break this and flood the entire base. So we're gonna priority 7. All of this, this, all of that. On the priorities, that should be good. That's a little higher up than getting the algae, unfortunately. And we will need some ventilation here too, now I think about it, but we can't vent into this room. And this is actually supposed to take out some of the nastiness, like the chlorine, which we can make use of that too. We're not going to waste any of this if we can help it. There's going to be waste. I'm not a pro player, obviously, so but we'll try our best not to. We can cancel this as well. We don't need that dugout anymore. And we'll leave that scaffolding for when we build something in this area too. So yeah, they're not going to build that anytime soon because I've got them going in different places like this. Moment of truth if we flood the whole area. I think I did it correctly. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, God. Okay, good. And then we will, I'll have to prioritize this as well. For 7 for somebody to do. Because once that's built up, we need to pump all this water out. Mistakes were made. I forgot to thaw some meat. Oh, God, what meat was it? Please don't tell me it was poultry. Please tell me it's something like ground beef that you can come back from. I can't count how many times I've made that mistake. I forgot to take out chicken, and it's like you can't do much with that. You could maybe thaw it in some warm water, but that takes forever. Ugh. Yeah, it's all carbon dioxide here, of course. Yeah, ground beef. Okay, so you could still defrost that in the microwave or something. I mean, it's not ideal, but it'll work. Yeah, we need water bad because our food's gonna go down the pooper in a second. You know what I'm almost about to do? I'm about to just... Oh, this is just floating. The pipes are blocked? Oh god, we had more problems than I thought. Oh, pipes are blocked because of all the liquid running through. That's going now. Which is good. What I might do... I might have to lower this pump. Because they are actually starting to dig out this area too. I gotta address some of these problems before they become too bad. So right now, on the short term, I need to deconstruct this and move it somewhere where they can get water. Actually, I don't even have to deconstruct it. I could just build another one. On the long term, I really want to put it in a more ideal location. Because it just doesn't, it just flat out doesn't reach, but... this is a priority 8, guys. We need that done, and we need the plumbing in as soon as you're ready with that. Yeah, it's gonna get flooded, but... And the priority 8 on that, too, because we need water, like, stat before we run out of food. And we're gonna need to start sifting water soon. Starvation. Who is starving? Wake up and get some food, then. Jeez. Okay, and this is the next step of where we can start getting some fresh water. We can start toggling the switch for this plumbing. Now we've had this this pump ready whenever we needed it, so we can just flat out take this and sift all this water. The only thing is, I'm running out of vents to put this in, and this is the return line right now, and it's kind of hard to get over there. So I gotta think about how I want to do this now, because I've really kind of boxed it in. So I can only bridge over 1. I can't bridge over 2. I mean, we'll let it run slowly while I'm thinking. Because then we can take all this stuff and actually deal with it accordingly. No matter what, the piping is going to have to go out. If I bring it this way, it's not going to work. So your About Me section says you're an engineer. Can I ask for what? I am a mechanical engineer. My main job is the design of, a one-line answer would be, press accessory equipment. So what that means really is, if you've ever seen or heard of giant metal stamping presses that just kind of boom, boom, come down like crazy. They make anything as small as little contacts that you find everywhere in your computer to larger things like bullet shells or some things. I mean, it's not always, it's anything like that. It could be pots and pans, could be the cases on your phones and the little components of one that come in there. So a lot of the machines I make help regulate the material that goes in there and kind of help that process run smoothly and automatically, eventually getting you more bang for your buck and pumping out everything faster for everybody. That's my little spiel on what my job is anyway. It's pretty interesting. It always comes with its own challenges, kind of like this. What I think I might have an idea. I think I might. Okay. We can take this and run it down. It's still not ideal. I'm really gonna have to fix this in a better scenario at some point. I actually think I've got my bridge reversed here. Shoot. My bridge is actually reversed, unfortunately. Because the intake is the white. Yeah, so it's going the wrong way. That's going to need to be a priority 7 to get that done. You work in IT? That is a very respectable profession. It takes a real problem solver to figure out some of the issues you guys are faced with. I can't say I'd be able to do your job. I have incredible respect for the IT department. I used to, my father actually used to work in IT, and I firsthand had seen like the kind of stress that would go on for him. So I applaud you for doing that. It is nothing to be taken lightly. All right, so that, green's the output. We can shift these the correct way, like that. I could run the plumbing like this. Put a bridge, not like this, but like that. And you're not gonna let me put a second one. So like this. I'm really taking up all my wall space, unfortunately. And I could bring it over here. Or I could just kind of empty it around this area to begin with. I don't know if I can put a liquid vent here. No, I can't. So I'm gonna have to run a pipe a little further over to like here. I can't construct too much further than that, but I want it higher, so we'll put it like here. Oh, I can't because of that. Alright, so hopefully that can get built. How are all our other projects going? So we have water access now. Eventually I want to actually get rid of this guy and have the water pump up to a little reservoir here and maybe have an automated shut off switch. Somebody had an issue somewhere. Alright, and our food supply is actually getting very high, so we could get rid of that because we have a lot of lice loaf going on right now. That'll help slow down production too if they're only working on that. And slow down our algae consumption. That might be where some of it's going. I can guarantee you that's where some of it's going. Yeah, we need to start expanding soon. Oh boy, we have gone very far. We have a nice little shot down here actually to a lot of resources without much annoyance either, so that could be a very nice thing. plan out that. So there's no... We can dodge those gas pockets, no problem. And there's nothing that really produces any bacteria down here. So that is a beautiful spot. So we get iron, we get lots of algae. After they're done with that, we'll plan this out while we're at it. So I'm thinking we're gonna pop it like this, and we'll have a ladder come down this way. It is not the most efficient flow, but it'll work. And they can't really get through that anyway. When it comes to digging, I plan for them to go, say down here, start a pilot hole like this, which they can dig all of this out. And they should be able to dig, not to there, but to here. A little bit further. A little bit further. And all of this is a queuable dig. I could take out some of this stuff, but there's not many resources that are necessary. Let's see. We can take out a lot of this digging stuff, too. I don't want to take off too much meat from there, either. And we could take all that out. So then when we go to put a ladder down here, we're just going to run it down where our pilot hole is. And maybe throw a couple stations. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 is the limit. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the limit. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the limit, but they can't quite reach that. So I'm tempted to actually change those out for ladders, because they can actually walk through those. Yeah, it's not the most efficient thing when they're moving around, but... So we got a good digging area queued for metals and whatnot without much contamination. And yeah, there's some regular rock and phosphorite and little bits of iron ore here and there, but it seems like a pretty safe spot. That wouldn't be bad at all. And they could just take that right down. Good. Where are our projects at? They've gotten more algae. We're running low on copper. Food's going fine. They're just gonna need to go get that metal at this point, I think. So they'll need to do that. They'll need to do all their little projects. And we can actually figure out how we want to hook this up, because we were always going to hook it up to this generator area. Well, the power's going to run up this line, no matter what. And I could have a switch right here for the time being if we don't need that and we want to save any power for some reason. I'm thinking about just running it into this one, which should just be powering this middle generator here. And this whole area will probably be used for more than just this, but it's a good start for the power that's required. So that's all hooked up for the future. We're ready for another duplicant. Do I want to chance it? Actually, that reminds me, Loggers, we never actually gave you your cooking job. Yeah, you don't really have the skills for it, but you'll gain them pretty quickly. So, we have our dedicated cook finally. We do need an artiste, but I don't really think it is... Where's the decoration overlay? It's okay. I mean, general decoration's alright. You need a little bit more pizzazz here and there, but we'll fix it up. Yeah, you can give... We'll find someone to give us some more pizzazz, hopefully. So, artist? No. We have another cook, and 2 people that like to farm, and 1 that likes to dig. Gastrophobia, doesn't want to cook, and terribly not athletic. Simple taste, so you're not going to matter too much about the food. Yokel, you can't do research, but you can farm. We have plenty of farmers. We have plenty of farmers, and I'm not really in love with the digger, so I'm actually just going to take a pass this time. We don't need manpower that badly yet, I think. I'm going to regret that. I already know it. Oh, wait, did we... Oh, who's starving? Well, why don't you eat some food then? It's not like we don't have any. Why would you bother me with that when we have plenty of food? We might have to queue up more of that too. Alright, so priorities on that. You are at a 6. Anything else at a 7. The water is getting drained. Having a good little reservoir going here. Do need to move that pump down. Where is pump? It's under plumbing. So we'll pop you in here. We'll rearrange everything to take from here as well. Like that. And power as well, because we're going to need to change where you are. So we'll put a priority, okay, and then a deconstruct, but then we'll lose all of our water source. So when that starts getting a little lower, we'll deal with this. From the water we've gained up here, we're doing pretty good. In fact, I'm going to drop that down to a 5, so it's not so important anymore if you're starting to overflow. And it might priority 6 building that, and digging out at least... No, hold on. I gotta stair step this. They can get up to there, so we can just do that, and they should be able to reach all of that, hopefully. But we'll priority 6 that as well. Nobody can reach these, apparently. But we're still sending people over there. Time being on the organic, yeah, we still need more. And we're gonna need that ore. So, let's say... I don't want to cancel this build, but I do want to drop the priority to like a 4. We will need to expand in that direction someday. But because we have metal and algae down here, this is our new priority for that. So we'll try and get... I really hate doing a mass priority like this, but that's where we're going to go. And from there, we're actually going to check our other priorities too. Because we have tons and tons of jobs for these guys. Okay. That's pretty much built. What's something that we can downgrade on priority? I say right now we don't really need to prioritize this anymore because we figured that solution out. I want to leave you at a 5 though. You're still a 5. You can even drop all doors to a 1 almost, but okay. You're a lingering block, we're just going to put a 5 because nobody can reach you anyway, so you don't have to take somebody's priority up. That door shouldn't be a 7. It should never be a 7. So where else can we drop some priorities? We can drop this even further to like a 3 or something. It's really not important at all. This area is not as important, but it wouldn't hurt to dig that out. We'll leave that there for the time being as well. Moving this down is not so important right now either. Drop that to a 4. If somebody happens to dig that out, I'm not going to kill them for it, so... Good, now we don't have to worry about the water getting out. We can always dig this down too if we need to kind of up our queue of water, but I hope to eventually kind of make a little, like a pocket here almost, so that we can just kind of siphon the water up there continuously. We don't have to worry about how deep it goes, it'll just always fill that little reservoir so they can access that water. That's long-term thinking, unfortunately. We're not going to get there anytime soon. And nobody knows how to get up here, unfortunately, so... make sure that's a matching priority. Okay, so they can get all up down there, no problem. Raw metals, good. Agriculture's fine. We don't care about agriculture, we care about organic. Alright. nip this in the butt before it becomes too big a problem. Need that power. So I'm almost going to up the priority of one of these lines to a 6. This is the one that actually goes up in the middle. That's not what I wanted. Thank God it only did 5. So we need to up the priority of these. Move that up. This up. Oh, 1 second, guys. I gotta pause for a sec. Girlfriend's calling. 1 second, please. Oh, I need to update that goal too. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Boyfriend duties. Girlfriend is on her way home from work, but we still got plenty of time to stream. So, keep on going with this gravy train. I was messing with little priorities on the phone there. Unfortunately, she works as a companion and homemaker for older people. In this case, she's got a client, actually, it's 91 now, she was actually talking to me about. She's not doing so well, unfortunately. Not health so much as her mind's starting to go, unfortunately. Example, she told me before that she had written a note down for a CAT scan she's going into. I'm not giving any names there or anything, so we're not going to get too personal. But, she wrote down the time and the date when she needed to take the stuff for the CAT scan, I don't remember what it's called. And unfortunately, she questioned not only what 230 meant on it, but also the year 2018. So I hope she's gonna get better soon, but it's not looking great so far. But we press on. Unfortunately, we have other lives to manage right now, and it would be great to have that go. This is the only one that needs power. The rest of these should actually be at like a 3. No, what are you doing? No, 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 no. Don't power any of those. That's just wasted power at that point. It's also a 6. So they'll start making that. They'll start doing this. So we'll actually get power going and get the carbon skimmer going. They got most of that going, I think. And the water, we've lowered that down. We might even need less than that. We might only need like that much. We'll give that a shot. So I hope everybody in chat's having a good Tuesday so far. I know the month just got started, but I hope you're all doing well so far. Get this all going. We could even take out this block eventually. It's not too crazy. This might be a problem later on. We might have to prioritize the inside and then the outside so it doesn't flow out. I'm trying so hard not to flood everything. Alright, and we're making our way downtown here. So, good. Nothing has flown in here except carbon dioxide is going down bad. I got vacation planned between Xmas and New Year's. Can't wait for the time off. Lucky you. Unfortunately, I've used up all of my time. So, I'm gonna have to be, I'm a working stiff during that time. You have anything special planned during that vacation? Or you're just taking a nice, relaxing, whatever Loggish likes to do kind of vacation? Or are you going somewhere fun, doing anything good? Alright, so that's all queued up. Food is actually going down, surprisingly. That is very surprising. I don't actually know why. Are they not able to get water from this? They should be able to. They should be able to get it from both of these. Sir Chef, you don't seem to be doing what I asked you to do. No, you're chefing it up. You're starting to make some progress on that too, even. A plumber? What's the plumber supposed to do? Plumber becomes a plumber, allows duplicant to empty plumbing pipes without making a mess. That's pretty cool. But, I mean, groundskeeper is just minor improvements. Doesn't do a lot for what he needs for morale, though. So, I mean, Darken might be fine to upgrade. I work 2 jobs, so my original plan was to kind of hang out and enjoy the time off. Maybe a few fun things here and there. But I heard in the laws are coming now, so that will change. Heard the in-laws. Oh, that might change. Hopefully you have a good relationship with your in-laws then. Yeah, some of these guys are actually not doing so great on the... Alright, so how is Darken? Darken's at 9. He really wants the decor to be better, I think. But he could go to the next job on the plumber. And that wouldn't be a bad thing. Because his morale requirement is 8 then. We'll give it a shot with him as a plumber. And he might be okay, because he's got a little morale room with that too. Courier supply. Kevin could... I think Kevin actually had a 7 on his morale. That I saw. Yeah, he only has 7, so we're not moving you up anytime soon. We're going to leave you at your happy place right now. So that's all good. Progress being made. Kick it up a notch because we've got some projects to go, but I gotta watch that food. It's not going as well as it should. Where is priorities? For some reason, Travaldo is our cooker right now, but it shouldn't be. It should be you, Loggish. Your priority is high on the cooking, so we'll try not to remove priorities this time. But we don't want people like doing art and stuff if they're gonna just make nasty paintings. Your priority is gonna be build. Not research. I don't know why you're our researcher, actually. Just trying to organize some of these a bit better. Since you're a miner, you're going to be digging as a higher priority. Research assistant, obviously, research is a higher priority for you. Higher for you. Actually, I think Fresnel's construction, dig Aaron is very high priority. I don't know. As an apprentice miner, Abe's consistent dig errands are very high. So I don't know why this actually doesn't have the it's not defaulting anymore to, it used to default this little wrench icon, which meant that because it's their job, that's what they really should focus on doing if they can. So I'm a little confused on why that is, but we'll do it for a couple of these guys. We're not gonna go crazy. And Judge should still be our researcher as well. We'll put you at a sort of high priority. And you should be a high priority digger. Okay, so hopefully it's gonna organize things a bit better. Hey, do you get along with your in-laws? I hope you do if they're coming over. Especially during this Loggish vacation time here. Yeah, we're gonna really need to kick into this soon. Okay, carbon dioxide is a higher priority than I thought. Why aren't you getting power? Switch. Turn off. No power. Oh, shoot, did I get it backwards? I think I got it backwards. Oh, no, it's not connected. Wire. Priority 7, please. None of these are connected, so that's why. Come on, guys. Actually, put that up at an 8, because it's tops right now. I get along okay. Went down to see them in May, and we got them sick. I'm hoping they don't return the gift. Don't you just love that, when you just start kind of ping-pong the sickness back and forth? That, like, always happens in our house, unfortunately. One of us will get sick, and it'll just, like, keep going back and forth till eventually it somehow dies out, or we're both sick at the same time. But yeah, I hope they don't hold a grudge on that then, because they might try and get you sick too. Good. Oh, beautiful. We're getting some of this carbon dioxide out finally, and this is our main focal point for how it flows too. Unfortunately, we do have some around here, so I might have to put some airflow tiles like over here. I don't know if somebody can actually build those. They might not be able to. Let's see. If I put that there, you might be able to. I don't like using 7 unless I really need to, unfortunately, but we're starting to get some serious carbon dioxide buildup, and I need to take care of that sooner rather than later. And it's all polluted oxygen, so I don't want to deal with that if I can help it. But yeah, carbon dioxide's going down. I can see it start to trickle. When it comes for here, nobody's going to be able to dig further because they're all breathing that in, unfortunately. And nobody actually dug this out, so this is totally useless here. That is totally useless, that little shaft I made. They've been going around the entire time. But we have almost 9 tons of iron ore. We're getting some copper. And we have 5.2 tons of algae. So I'd say we are beautiful with that for a little while anyway. Okay, so I'll downgrade to beautiful. We're pretty decent for a while on that. So that's good. We can start dealing with the power grid system. And I'm noticing a lot of natural gas buildup. Has our research actually progressed? Or have I not selected a task? Oh, I haven't selected a task. Darn, we've just been sitting here not researching anything. What is important right now? Jukebox. Jukebox? Maybe. I kind of like that idea. Oh, right, we did the smart battery. That's what the problem was. And gate. Oh, we got logical gates here. Ooh. Ooh, that'll be really annoying to get into. I mean, I like that kind of thing, but at the same time, it's a lot of thinking power. Grooming station. Let's get into... Oh, dear God, where are we going to go with this? We'll go to ranching, because that'll open avenues for us. On the priority of researching, we'll put that at 5, because it's not a huge thing right now. It would be nice to start hooking up some of these other generators here. We even have a beautiful line right there. So, what's our priorities right now on this? This is a 6. We'll drop this back down to a 5. So it's not as critical anymore. We'll take this whole area to a 6 to there. Oh, but we're going to leave that, this, and that at 3s, because we don't want to actually produce anything unnecessarily. Then we could take off the manual power here. And then we might be able to reroute this line here, which is only using about 480 watts, and utilize that. And not have any manual power in the area. I almost don't want to separate them too much, but I know this is going to eventually take a lot of load. Especially, let's see, on this wire right now, it's only doing about 480 because it's running algae deoxidizer, it's running the microbe musher, and running 1 refrigerator at 120. Because we have 3 more refrigerators going, and we have a max of 480 right now, that means we could potentially add 360 to it, and that would, I think, still be under, actually. but just barely. So that really means that line can only deal with this one room pretty much if we're going to queue up that much food. And okay, so that's good to go. Is that Darkin? What is Darkin doing there? What are you doing then, Lagish? I swear, you should be cooking for us, sir. Good, and now this is going to actually produce a lot more efficiently. And if I can find a way to kind of change these no-purpose rooms into something better, that would be good. We could potentially make some of these break rooms over here, rather than just... Wait. I still have the deodorizer. So we can throw this thing down in here too, by the way. It's not a huge priority anytime soon, though. So we need that. We're gonna need to... Yeah, okay, so the carbon dioxide could flow through okay-ish. If it starts piling up there, it's gonna force itself over that little, almost like a P-trap we've designed right around here. It should level out around here. It shouldn't be a problem. When it comes to this area, yeah, there's a lot of carbon dioxide there. It might have to do the same thing, but we're going considerably down on the carbon dioxide. This used to all be red up to about here. So I could change these into better purpose rooms. You are facing the incorrect direction. You are facing the incorrect direction as well. So they're only going to wash their hands one way. Okay, food's going up, good. There's like no oxygen here, so that's the next step. We have this nice little niche here, that we could use this for developing oxygen. The only problem is we're kind of dependent on this room having some decent flow from this corner down to here to get that carbon dioxide in. If we start mixing oxygen in, that might not be good. So we might have to design the purpose of this room for something else. So I'm going to think about where we can put an oxygen generation room without too much of a tizzy. It might almost be better to just develop something new. Or, rather than make one oxygen room, I make two. Which needs... Well, then I gotta pump water in two different directions, unfortunately. But I can siphon them off in better directions here, too. Such a quandary. You never know where you want to go, because you might build in somewhere that you really needed something else there. Which I can't hem and haw that to death, unfortunately. So, that's going well. Some of the stuff still needs to get hooked up. A new duplicant is here. Please be an artist. Supply, dig. Build, ranch, operate, cook, and dig. Okay. We got a narcoleptic, too. It's not so bad, but you're a caregiver. Which could be pretty important in the future, actually. We might make you a supplier, even though you're narcoleptic. I don't know. Let's see. Yokel, biohazardous, we're not dealing with that, and you're both biohazardous, so we're not dealing with either of you. So I say we're going to take May, just because of that caregiver trait. I like that. We'll put May on D block when we get her. Where are you? You're going to start with an M. There. You're on D block. We can take 2 more duplicates until we're at max capacity for A through D blocks. And really I would like to kind of make the block go in this direction, but then we'll be digging into all the slime and all that nastiness. Nobody wants that. So, we've discovered anything nice down here. A absolutely huge pit of gas. And a lot of coal, actually, too. So this is another thing that'd be very nice, because this is also a very clean area. And lots of algae, and somebody made a mess for some dang reason. Darken. Sir. Gross. Excuse you, that is gross. Alright. I mean, it didn't go in any critical spots, so I'm just gonna drip down here. It's kind of gross, but get nasty. You know you had plenty of toilets too. One thing I want to do too with the power is I do want to siphon off some of it over to here. Since we're only using, what, 120 times 3, 360. Why is everybody making a mess? No liquid. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Where's my liquid overlay? Come on. What happened to my... Okay, so the water's still going up, so what's the issue? There's no power. There's no power, that's the issue. Okay, that was put at 4 by mistake. So there's no water going to these bathrooms, essentially. And that means everybody's wetting their pants. Gross. Alright, get some power on that, and yeah, we're gonna do a little math here, see if we could just siphon the power on over here. Research complete. Everybody's gonna make a mess everywhere. That's just what it's gonna be. If they make a mess in here, it doesn't matter, because it's just gonna flow down here. For the power, we've got... I'm gonna have to actually pull my calculator out for this one. 240 times 2... 480 plus 120 equals 600, plus another 360, puts us right at the cusp of what we can actually do between this room and this room. So we can run a line over there, and it shouldn't be a problem. We could even have an extra buffer past here, and it's not going to be a problem keeping that either. But between this wire being at a potential of 600 and potential of this one is 360, yeah, it's not gonna... Hypothermia? How did ferrets get hypothermia? Okay, whatever. Alright, let me figure out where everybody's messes are. M priority on M at a 7. Mop up that mess, mop up this mess, mop up all of this mess. Wow, literally everywhere. Mop up this mess. Priority 8 on ferrets. We don't want to lose her. I think that'll do it for now. I don't... Oh, there's some mopping nastiness down here as well. Not a moment too soon with the caregiver, too. So that'll happen. Priority 6 on this entire line of wire. And that should be good. And that should power that entire area is the thing. We're at our limit with that, unfortunately, that we can't really produce anymore. Now these things don't have a production limit, do they? They can produce 1,000 joules, and they do produce a lot more heat. When it comes to food, we seem to have gotten a lot more things. Oh, because of the release. Huh. Release trapped fish back into the world. Critter drop. Huh. So interesting. We're gonna have to go into all that soon, too. Shearing stations. Something came in here. The automation stuff. What is that? Yeah, I know ferrets got sick, so we'll have to tend to ferrets. Who is going to be sick for how long? Probably better to look at the vitals. Hypothermia, 1 cycle. Okay, that's not too bad. Good. They're all going to build that up. We'll be set. Things are going. Not nearly enough food, though. Like, I might have to put mush bars back on the menu, unfortunately. But this doesn't have any power either. Oh no, this just isn't hooked up. I mean, Do we have any eggs that are around here, unfortunately? To raw egg. No, we do not. Yeah, we're gonna need to produce a lot more food. Okay, I'm glad I caught that before that became an issue. Produces microchips to increase power of this. It needs refined metal, though. It also needs electrical engineer, which I believe we do not have. Which is a tier 4, unfortunately, so that's gonna be a lot of... We're gonna need somebody who's like tip-top of the shape right there. Yeah, this isn't getting powered still. I think. 6, okay. No, that does have power, so it's just not skimming carbon, really. Because a lot of the carbon dioxide's actually out. I mean, some of it's in here, granted, but, I mean, it's not so bad. So I could probably disable a few of these. We'll disable at least one of those. Rather than all of them, because then we're just gonna get caught back up on carbon dioxide, and that's no bueno. So that's beautiful. Food is not beautiful. This is like... You're taking too long on the lice loaf, I think. I think the mush bars actually go a lot quicker, unfortunately. It must produce a lot more calories, too. One of them produces about almost 8,000 calories. Oh no, just how many we have available. One of them produces... Can't even tell. Oh, this one does 800, and this one gives 17, but it's terrible. One's grizzly and gives diarrhea. Berry needs bristle brunch and sleep wheat grains. Yeah, we're gonna have to go on the mush bars for a bit, I think. Just because it seems to produce a lot quicker than the other one. We might even have to go put another micro musher in there and just kind of say that's that. Power. You are all connected, looks like it. Yes, you are. And you are at the limit. Maybe you could do something that's like about 40 watts and that's about it, but we can even deconstruct that. Actually, no, cancel that. Leave that there, because worst case scenario, if the power goes down and we're out of coal, we have something to power this small subsystem. So you're not going to end up using this power, which is nice. A lot of this is skimmed already, so we shouldn't worry too much about it. Good. Things are running good for time being. Queue up some more lice loaf in a bit, but I think our problem is our lice loaf isn't actually coming in fast enough. We're getting a lot of seeds, but we're not actually producing as much meal lice as I thought. This is almost empty, so we're almost... Excuse me, completely put more water in the system. So our next issue is going to be getting water from elsewhere. And a lot of this is already done. Good. So we've got all this done, pretty much. When it comes to taking things off manual power, why are you not hooked up? Oh, because you don't actually have a generator going. So you are running from this generator. So we can put this one at a 5. We can deconstruct that one once this is running. We'll actually put that at a 6. I really hate to put that as a default priority, but we'll do that. Go a little faster. Thank you. And that's now producing. And we no longer need this manual power. You can deconstruct that, take it down, less calorie burning, good. Algae, we still have a lot, so we can afford to make those mush bars for the time being. Oxygen, producing fine and dandy. These rooms can be repurposed into something for the time being. I mean... What, we can put a water cooler in some of these just as a break room. Just so they're not useless 100%. And, sculpture block maybe right at the entrance of both of these. Wouldn't be a bad thing. So that's the next thing. We really need to actually, like, get some decoration here. I don't want to put it up here, unfortunately, because of this. So maybe we'll just end up putting, like, one of these pots down here. I know we can block some of this nastiness with some sculptures here. So it's not so ugly. It will start to matter. They will start to get stressed that the whole place looks ugly. And this has some decoration, not a heck of a lot, unfortunately, because nobody really finished them. Because we still haven't gotten an artist. You wouldn't think an artist would be so key. This is all one area, so that doesn't count as a room. This actually doesn't count as anything. I didn't realize that. Like, well, I know it doesn't count as anything, but I don't know who's suffocating. Well, get the hell out of there. Freaking numbskull, come on. 3. Now who's suffocating? Oh, you're fine. Unfortunately, as our base grows, the carbon dioxide is going to sink to the bottom. So this is not actually going to be our final area for this carbon skimmer system. It's just like as we keep going down, it's going to keep falling lower, and we just can't keep going until we get rid of some of that carbon dioxide. I mean, this little pit's not a bad thing, though. It'll help us get rid of some of this stuff, but stuff like this needs to go, like, now, too. So we will deconstruct this so they can actually take that out. Priority, just as a minor priority 7. Just so this flows a little better. That way this little pit of carbon dioxide will hopefully fall into here. Similarly, it would be nice if the carbon dioxide could go this way as well. We'll priority 7 this just so it gets done. Once this is all gone, it just all flows down. A lot nicer. And 1, 2, 3, 7 to you. Good to go. Yeah, I know you guys are not hooked up to anything. So we really gotta take off the rest of this manual power. On the electrical overlay, this wire is only using about 660 at most. Mainly due to this guy. In the future, we might have to diverge from that. We can run up like this. This battery was never ever hooked up either. And we'll put this as a minor priority 7 as well. That'll be hooked up. Some of this water is actually going here. Just letting you know, I'm still watching Cooking Dinner. Alright, thank you for letting me know there. How's your dinner going, by the way? Did you end up thawing out the meat and actually progressing a little further? You know, a little bit of airflow here wouldn't hurt. I mean, we are getting a little P-trap effect like I thought, but it's... I think the pressure from the oxygen is starting to force it up this way, too. There's not much I can do about that. Well, unless I started siphoning the oxygen, the carbon dioxide through the through the med bay in the middle there, which looks like ferrets may have full recovery. I didn't even notice. Cooking some pasta, not too bad. Okay, that's good to go. It's good to know that that's going so well. That's not considered a mess hall anymore. What did you guys do? Oh, dear God! Draken with the 10 bits! How are you doing, sir? Thank you for the lurk. Smile. Thank you for the lurk, but I actually have to inform you on something. I am completely out of time. Yes, we already ate into that extra half hour or two. Per usual, the stream is short. I appreciate you stopping by with the bits. I appreciate you too, Loggish, but that is all for today. I need to find someone to send you guys off to, though. We can't just leave it like this. We can't leave you hanging. So give me a brief moment here, and I'll try and find someone who'd be... Oh, I might have to actually refresh this. I don't know. Let me double check to make sure this list is current. It looks pretty current. Okay, so who's somebody we actually haven't hosted today? Boy, we have our pick of everyone. Okay, here's someone we're going to send you on over to. Keeping with this survival colony theme, I believe Prison Architect is a pretty good game for that. And we've got Yvonne C. who's doing some, who also does Oxygen Not Included, so you know she's going to have a similar mindset, hopefully. So, we're going to send you on over to her, and I will see you guys next time. See you later.